Leave the car. On the side of the road. Start walking. The sun was beginning to set, and the air was getting colder and colder. While the darkness of the night will cover that desolate place. In that isolated bulldozer. There were hardly any cars passing by. But no one stopped at my SI. I had been walking for 3 hours without finding any. More than dust and insects. He began to lose his passivity. When I suddenly heard the sound of a car approaching. I thought it wouldn't stop. But to a yes. I made the signal. To my surprise, the car brakes slowly. And it's lined up in front of me. Walk fast towards the. And the man who was driving opened his car door for me. And he told me. Come up, friend. He told me with a big smile. The man had a deep look. He looked like a nice guy. About 30 years old. Black hair. And sensitive aspect. Thanks, I told the man. My car burned down and I've been walking for 3 hours on the edge of this road. Nobody wanted to stop. The man told me. It's getting dark and it's dangerous. People are afraid of everything that is said about these roads. I answered. And that's what is said about these roads. The man was silent for a few seconds. But out of nowhere he answered me and said, You know the rumors of the killer. Of this road. I answered quickly. I haven't seen anything about it on TV. The man smiled. He replied. The press has not yet confirmed this. These are all rumors from people. And the police are hardly investigating. They say that many people have disappeared along this road. And they are believed to have been killed. Although no bodies have been found. If found. Abandoned cars on the side of the road. Some of them with traits of violence. And blood spots in the surroundings. Disappearances have increased. These days. And people fear for their lives. Some say the killer is a young man. To be able to carry the bodies of their victims. And take them away from here. What is not yet known is their motivation. The reason why assassina. Many think he collects them. I think the killer makes you trust high. Trust the. Then twist them. And kill them. Who thinks it will take one man to kill another? The man asked me. With a deep look. I don't know, I replied. The man kept driving. Driving with both hands. And that's how I noticed I had a weapon in its cincher. It was a gun. The man had a gun. I think it's anger, courage or despair, said the guy. I'll get down here, I said, very frightened. The man stopped and I quickly opened the door to get out. Then he pointed his gun at me. Where you think you're going? The man told me with a serious look. Slowly return to the seat with your Han. Thought it would be my end. The man under the gun less than a second. And that was his mistake. I punched him in the face as hard as I could. And removed the gun. I pointed at her with my trembling hands. And take some handcuffs that were in your pocket. Scared, I put him in the co-pilot's seat. And start driving. Take it to a Lugano Luyar. Get it out of the car. And take away your belongings. Just like a police license plate. You thought you already had me. I am smarter than you. I told you that, as I whizzed my knife through his face. And you got something wrong. It's not anger, th. It's not anger that makes me do what I do. It's the simple pleasure of doing it. The pleasure of seeing the blood. The guy was screaming in pain. While I cut off his tongue. Until he couldn't scream anymore. The guy finally died. Drag your body. It hangs in the ravine. Just above the others. In that beautiful pile of corpses. With my other victims, with my other awards. Those bodies that make me remember how good I am at what I do. Away from the luyar. I started driving soon after I arrived at the place where I had started the night. Leave the car on the side of the road and start wall. The night is beautiful. And the night is just beginning.